What is up, Scarlet, bringing you a Scarlet and Violet breakdown analysis video, and in today's video it's probably going to be the biggest one, and I mean that quite literally because there's the 14-minute trailer upcoming. But before that, because I'm going to get straight into it, and I know it's going to be probably an hour long or so, I might have to split this up in parts. I really hope not. But let's get started right away with this trailer, which is a 3-minute and 31-second, which I'm just going to let it play out. It's a bit of a weird trailer because it shows of this Pokemon with different languages for some reason. It is in subtitles, but like, I don't know, there's like a bunch of researchers together and they're talking in their own native language. Like, all the other researchers know all these languages because like, it's really hard being bilingual, let alone being, what is it, hexlingual or something, that they speak 6 different languages. So I'm not really sure. It's a bit of an odd trailer. So let's just get started. I'm gonna read the subtitles. Well, this is the final footage. What kind of Pokemon will be on the beach? Oh, huh? That is what? Look, what? Huh, what Pokemon is that? What seems to be so-called Diglett. I never seen a Pokemon quite like that one. Could it be a Diglett? It resembles Diglett, but its coloring is different. Could it be a regional form unique to Paldea? This many Diglett of a different color in one place. So lucky. Is this possible? They must be an evolved form of Diglett. Instead of evolving into triplets like Dugtrio, they adapt to a marine environment with another form? Look, a major discovery. It is a different form. It's a major discovery. Hey, Jock's notes are cut off here. What is this Pokemon? I must fill time with the survey. Survey of 15 seconds as usual. And yeah, they talk about the survey and all that, but it's such a weird video. Like, I'm not gonna lie, and especially choppy if you see some bits like this, and I don't know why that is, and I really don't know what this says either. I assume it's Japanese, but let's continue. Is the Paldean form hypothesis dominating? Would ground type Diglett live near water like this in the first place? I have to agree, they do have certain anatomical similarities, and it is possible that a regional form could have different coloration. Even so, a major discovery. They are lengthening their bodies. A discovery, look! This settles it. Since their appearance is different to this extent, they must be a completely different species. This is the first time we witnessed this Pokemon. Look, look! What do the researchers in the Paldea region think about this? The form and movements indeed. Looks like Diglett, but they are probably different Pokemon. Oh, there is a memo. Let's see. This Pokemon that lives on the beach or in the sea of the Paldea region would be Wiglet. Although they appear to be the Paldean form of Diglett, we've learned that they live and eat differently, as if they are entirely different Pokemon. According to the research, it is said that it's a coincidence that they have similar bodies, and they both burrow in the ground and sand. Apparently so. Jock dropped the bomb at the end. Pokemon ecology is so deep. I will study more too. It is time. Well, everyone, that would be all for today. Please come visit the Paldean region if you get a chance. That would be all for Jock's special lecture. Wow, that was an incredible discovery. Who knew that what kind of Pokemon existed? You must share this. Let's exchange thoughts with hashtag World Pokemon Ecological Society. Should we expect some kind of certificate for attending this webinar? And yeah, like, the lady doesn't even get to say that because she gets cut off as soon as she's like, should we expect? And then it like literally gets cut off on her.
Oh, and should we expect?
That's such a weird trailer though. I feel like there's just a bunch of people practicing their languages, like especially English. You definitely hear it's like, apparently so. I have to agree, or some whatever she said. It was very noticeable.
I have to agree.
But besides that, I don't fully understand either on the part where they say Jock's notes and like his lecture. Like, he didn't lecture, like he wasn't even there, but like it still kind of threw me off that it's in his notes. So he knows about this Pokemon, so it's not really the first footage or the first discovery, like, because they're saying, oh, big discovery, oh, what the fuck, oh, it's settled. It's not this. So I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if agree is the right word, but it's such a weird trailer in my opinion. Such a weird introduction to Wiglet. But yeah, let's go talk about Wiglet. It said that Wiglet's resemblance to Diglett might be a mere coincidence, a result of its adaptation to its environment. The garden eel Pokemon, water type, 3'11", 4 pounds, gooey and rattled as his ability. And that's the big difference right here, because that's where I kind of deem the real difference is, because Diglett is a mole Pokemon. Wiglet, as it says in the category, is the garden eel Pokemon. It's a huge difference right there. Whole different species, and that's what these type of Pokemon are. I just don't know what the term is, because before certain leaks came out, I thought this would be considered a paradox Pokemon. I don't think it technically is, so I'm not sure what to call this thing, unless it's just Wiglet. Then, you know, It's just, I don't know, because I had figured to myself that, you know, if there's other Pokemon that are completely different species of animal, then it would kind of branch off and stray away into evolve something else. Because, like, for example, if Swinub evolves into Piloswine, then evolves into Mamoswine, it's mammoth base, but also like pig base. So, like, let's assume that Swinub would eventually evolve into like a saber-toothed tiger in the next evolution, and then he'll go into a full beast of a saber-toothed tiger at the end of the third evolution. That's kind of what I figure is kind of what Wiglet and Diglett is in this family tree of similarities, but they go so far apart they're not even the same anymore. And I really would like, you know, now that I say about the Swinub and being the saber-toothed tiger thing, I think that's really cool, because mammoths and saber-toothed tigers in the Ice Age are always counterparts to each other, you know? Anyway, I've been talking too much about that. Though it may closely resemble Diglett, it is a completely different Pokemon. It may look like Diglett, but it's actually completely different species of Pokemon. Wiglet pokes his part of his body out of the sand to feed in the ocean. It's still unclear what the rest of his body's hidden in the sand is like, or how long it might be. Wiglet has a sense of smell that can pick up scents from over 60 feet away. Boasts an exceptional sense of smell, Wiglet is able to pick up scents from over 60 feet away. It has a skittish disposition and is constantly cautious of its surroundings. When it notices the scent of other Pokemon, Wiglet burrows into the sand to conceal itself. And yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to Wiglet. This other trailer popping up is just like Wiglet's introduction or whatever on like what he does. He pops out, Diglett's a bit shy, Wiglet's also popping out. You know, they're pretty much friends. A new Pokemon discovered in the Paldea region, Wiglet, a water type Pokemon. And yeah, it's a bit of an adorable trailer. You know, Wiglet's getting along with Diglett, Wiglet's swiping away and killing a Bonsley. I don't think that Bonsley deserved that, but it's the Violet trainer. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a small trailer with Wiglet saying goodbye and all that. And yeah, you could get yourself your flying Terra type Pikachu. Don't forget that. And that's the end of the trailer pretty much. Okay, now for the big trailer. Oh lord, this is gonna take forever. Let's try to cut it down, shall we? So it starts off with the rotating shot with the Scarlet trainer with Pikachu, with her emoting with like a mind-blowing thing or whatever. Pikachu sitting down later. Koraidon flying away with the Violet trainer catching a Pawmi using a Smoliv. Phanpy evolving into Donphan. Medicham attacking Glalie with the Violet trainer. Haunter Trader for Scyther. Pawmi right there where Koraidon is. Miraidon swimming through the river. Day and night cycles when it comes to the cathedral. And then the Scarlet Academy. I don't know if we've seen all the students there like that before, but yeah. There's Clavel talking. Well then, it's time that I explain your independent study assignment. As usual, the theme will be a treasure hunt, which obviously they had done it before in this academy. I just still don't know what's the intention behind Clavel, whether he wants the students to find the actual treasure for him so he could take it for himself. Who knows? I'm not sure. But we see that he's talking to the rest of them in the back shot. Slowpokes. I have already confirmed Slowpoke in the game. A Saiyai duck right there, and then Magikarp in the water. Lechonk right there, and a Violet trainer approaching. This looks like a customized one, but he's approaching Lechonk, which I mentioned about approaching Pokemon because it kind of did a weird cut when it had, you know, walked up to a Pokemon before. But you see how it got introduced. He just walks into him and so on, and then all of a sudden Quaxly's fighting Lechonk and he's battling. You see that he has the moves Water Gun, Work Up, Wing Attack, and Aqua Jet at level 15, and this Violet trainer already has 5 Pokemon in his arsenal, missing 1, unless that thing it means that it's poison or something, but I'm pretty sure he only has 5. He uses Aqua Jet and Lechonk uses Echoed Voice. It looks like Quaxly's gonna terrestrialize into water type, I assume, and using Aqua Jet. So indeed he does, and I assume also that Lechonk is not gonna make it much further. Aqua Jet boosted Terra type water, and then all of a sudden Violet trainer's just walking away, and I saw the tower in the background. And now the Violet trainer's walking around, approaching this Pokemon. It's Jigglypuff, all glowing and shit. So that confirms that Igglybuff and Wigglytuff's in the game. But why is this Wigglytuff glowing? I said the wrong Pokemon, didn't I? Jigglypuff. Why is Jigglypuff glowing? Wild Terra Pokemon with Water Terra type. It's a female level 14 Jigglypuff with the same Quaxly, except this time the second Pokemon for some reason has a status on it. But Quaxly with the Wing Attack, Jigglypuff with Water Pulse. Does it already have Water Pulse in his moveset? Or like how? Because like we've seen Quaxly's moveset and it hasn't changed, especially when it terrestrializes. So I don't know about Jigglypuff's case. I think it attacked with the Wing Attack, right? I kind of missed that. Oh, it does. Okay, just making sure. Jigglypuff's cracks open like a freaking walnut. No more of this Terra typing stuff. And he goes for the Pokeball to go catch Jigglypuff. And I'm pretty sure narrator's talking this entire time, or the majority of the time in this trailer, but you know, I gotta do my job here, so I gotta do that. But yeah, normal fairy type with terra type of water. Original trainer Haruto. And you can see that the team is Quaxly, Wiglet, Pawmi, Lechonk, Skiploom, and now the 6 slots filled with Jigglypuff. All the terra typing forms, we have seen all these types so far, especially Ghost. All of them Pikachus for some reason. And now this Violet trainer approaching Litleo. A lot of love for Violet version today. And I think this is the Let's Go function. Quaxly just move on its own to tech this Litleo, which Litleo is confirmed in the game, so that means Pyroar is also in the game. And it says Quaxly defeated Litleo on the little banner thing to tell you what your Let's Go Pokemon does when it's free roaming. And it also says Litleo Tuft. You can also see like a little radar on the bottom to see if there's any Pokemon nearby. Along with that, we're having the Let's Go function. You see the experience bar. It says plus 139 for Quaxly because he's the one doing the finishing blow. And everybody else just gets a little bit of experience with plus 69 in every course. Oh, nice, I suppose. Wiglet's level 20 and Jigglypuff's also level 20. Skiploom 19, Pawmi and Lechonk are at 17. I don't know what the Litleo Tuft is, but yeah. We do see Pokemon on screen and it's not on the radar, which is a bit strange. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. So now he's sending Quaxly to go in the Let's Go function yet again to attack this Litleo. And every time he attacks, you see the musical note. Like, I was kind of curious on like the other symbols. Like, I still don't know what quotation marks are. Not only that with the Let's Go function, but because Quaxly is in the Let's Go function, he could pick up items and all that kinds of stuff. So this example, he picks up the TM for Swift. The list of TMs you can make at the TM machine has been updated, and it says Swift, Star-shaped rays are shot at opposing Pokemon. This attack never misses, and it's new. And like I said, I'm always a bit nervous with this Let's Go function because I got a very big mystery dungeon vibe from it. Like, you don't want your Pokemon straying away and fighting something it really shouldn't, and it gets bodied instantly. But he opens up his map, and I think they're gonna show off the markers so you could just set the destination so you could see where you're going and knowing when you get there and all that stuff with the map, like zooming in, and you know, just a typical map function that is always helpful. And there's always True North on the radar to help you out as well. And it's approaching Team Star's base. You arrive at your destination, Cheddar Squad base, East Providence Area 1. So this is on the east side, it's not even on the northwest side. Are you ready to challenge Team Star using the first 3 Pokemon in your party? So what happens to your other 3 Pokemon? They're just in the back burner and then that's just the challenge, is the 3 Pokemon, I guess? I never noticed that before till now. So Starfall Street, 3, 2, 1. Now you go take on all these Violet trainers. You see the Team Star Grunts actually send out their Pokemon, which was pretty cool. And it looks like Jigglypuff, Wiglet, and Pawmi are fighting. And you see these Growlithe and Torkoals and all that fighting against them. And there's some Pokemon in the background that we actually have not confirmed yet. And still to this day hasn't been confirmed yet. It looks like a pre-evolution to Cerulege and Armarouge, I believe. If you see in the background, kind of right next to 2 Torkoals and those 4 groups of Violet Team Star Grunts. Really interesting. I almost get the vibe that they're not the Paradox Pokemon, but like kind of related to Gallade in some way. Unless they're just their own Pokemon. They just coincidentally look like Gallade pre-evolutions or something. Or even Bisharps, I would say. They kind of look like. But they're attacking these Growlithes. And then there's those quotes thing. I don't know what that's about. And it says on the bottom, send Pokemon, recall Pokemon, and give up. Why would I ever press that button? Jigglypuff defeated so-and-so, and there's hand hours, it said too. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's anything different. But you can see in the number, it says 29 out of 30, and now 30 out of 30 and you're finished. So you don't even have to defeat all of the grunts. You just have to beat enough of them to make them feel like they need to give up. And then out comes the car with the freaking Super Mario 3D World Bowser song should be playing. With of course Mila, boss of Team Star's Fire Crew Mila, with the quick ball for some reason. You are challenged by Mila of Team Star, sending out a Torkoal. And we've seen this before, and the difference that we hadn't seen before actually is the spokes, because I talked about the engine and everybody knows at this point, because not only that I pointed it out, but now several other videos pointed it out, that it is a ghost engine Pokemon, like a ghost steel type. But there is something on the spokes, and it's this thing, and it might be the pre-evolution. And it would be cool that it would be confirmed and it has the final evolution being the whole car or something like that. It's kind of funny that we're not in a generation that has Dynamax or Gigantamax anymore, because if there's a car ghost steel type, there has to be a Gigantamax with the monster truck, right? That just has to be a thing. Either way, Jigglypuff's out attacking this thing. Jigglypuff versus Team Mila's Torkoal, which I don't know about you, but Jigglypuff can't do shit against against a Torkoal because it's fairy type. I mean, unless it still has water pulse, then I guess that's fine. This is the technical machine. What servers are you needed in today, trainer? And this is an interesting machine that I do not believe has been done before. It says, I want a TMA. I want to exchange material for LP. Materials for LP. I don't know what LP stands for. It's let's play? I don't know. And then it says never mind. And I think what it means with the changing the material is because even if you don't have it, you can still save up to make it, if that makes sense. You see right here, craftable with all these moves. Thunder Fang, the user bites with electrical fangs and must also make the target flinch or leave it with paralysis, 65 power and so on. And require resources. Shinx Fang. You literally rip out the teeth of a Shinx. I feel bad for the poor thing, but it says league points 800 LP. Okay, so that's what LP stands for. And there's other moves right here too. Aerial Ace, Icy Wind, and you kind of see the prerequisites for it. For Aerial Ace, it's Starly Feather and Fletching Feather, and still 800 league points. Same for Icy Wind with 800 league points, but with the Snom Threat and the Snover Berries. Which one's Snom? Is there a Pokemon that's confirmed that's already Snom? Because I'm still a little bit shaky when it comes to 8th gen Pokemon. I don't have every Pokemon names down to the wire. I didn't talk about the Pokemon to the left though. There's Drifloon, Girafarig, Komala, Growlithe, Teddiursa, and Hautana. And not only that, you can make more than one. It says, how many Icy One TMs should I make? I don't know why you would make Icy One. There's many better ice moves. Anything worse would be probably Aurora Beam, I guess, because I don't know. And I'm not gonna go over every single craftable move because I'm gonna have to guess, and I don't want to be straight up wrong because, you know, that could be Psybeam and that could be Psywave, so who knows. They taught Drifloon Icy Wind, I suppose. Is there anything else I can help with? And then yeah, it says never mind. And there's Nurse Joyce. She looks a bit different. Either way, there's Kloss and Koraidon running past. Rototototo. And then your Rotom phone's talking. Hey Juliana. So from what I can gather, the Stony Cliff Titan likes to lurk somewhere in this rocky area. I had to look around, but I couldn't find any trace of it. And now Koraidon's going over, and I believe that's Cloth right there. I don't know if that's the main Titan Cloth, because I could swear I saw it in a different cutscene. Unless there's multiple of them, which makes sense. Maybe that's not the biggest one. Maybe that's like a medium-sized one that's bigger than the normal one. It's Drifloon versus Cloth. Cloth the Stony Cliff Titan. I guess that is it then. Using Icy Wind. So maybe they're showing us the TM not only for the purpose of showing what the machine does, but showing that a Drifloon could take on a Cloth. But I still don't recommend it, because I don't think it'll live any of the rock moves it's gonna throw at it. But it makes Drifloon a grass type, and it uses Terra Blast, and it does like, what, like 50%? And then Cloth just starts running away. Oh, well, that sucks. Is it gonna do that the entire time? I don't know, but you get to link trade, and your Giraffarig's getting traded away. And I would say this is the biggest thing when it comes to link trading, because whoever is trading the Giraffarig is getting a Grafaiai. But with Giraffarig being here, it's still kind of a little bit unexplained. This is a different Violet trainer, by the way. Juliana is the one same that Arvin was talking to, so I thought that was the other person, but it turns out no. Fighting a Venonat and approached it and everything. Giraffarig used Psybeam, killed the level 21 Venonat, and this is where it gets confusing because Giraffarig is evolving, which it hasn't for this entirety of all the generations, so it's still not explained how it evolves, because you can trade a Giraffarig and nothing happens, so I don't know. I'm starting to think it's just Violet version, but I could swear both versions were Violet version. And it's always weird because there's certain Pokemon that you feel like can evolve earlier in the generations but didn't. You know, for example, like Lickitung, and you know, to evolve into Licky Licky you need to have Rollout or something, but Rollout's been out since generation 2, but it was until generation 4 that you were able to teach it Rollout, but it learns it naturally leveling up. Same thing for Yanma to Yanmega. Like Ancient Power had been a thing since generation 2, and like other moves like Tangela to Tangrowth, Ancient Power has been a thing since generation 2. It's like, why isn't those the thing till now? So I really hope it's not Giraffarig, oh, you need to trade it and attack a Pokemon, then it evolves. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. Maybe you have to pick up a specific item, since like there's Shinx Fangs and Litleo's Tuft. So maybe it's that. Maybe you need to get Venonat's Whiskers or some shit to evolve. But now, congratulations, your Giraffarig evolved into a Farigiraf, or is it Farigiraf? I've been saying Farigiraf, but every time I say that, it sounds like I'm saying refrigerator. So we're actually halfway into the trailer, which I'm making pretty good time, I would say. So I'm just gonna call it Farigiraf from now on, even though I'm gonna feel insecure about me, you know, almost calling it a refrigerator. Giraffarig Oh, fuck. Yeah, no. Yeah, I said it right. Giraffrig living in the Paldea region will evolve into this Pokemon. So it's literally just the Paldea region that makes it evolve. It's a region exclusive Pokemon. Man, it's gonna be really harder to make it evolve anything further. The long neck Pokemon, normal psychic type, 10'6", is a very tall boy, which it should be. I mean, it's a giraffe. 352.7 pounds. Did you know that real life giraffes are over 1,000 pounds? Like, that shit's crazy to me, cause like you look at these things, yes, they're tall and everything, but they look so skinny and scrawny, but they weigh 1,000 pounds. It's so shocking to me. But the ability Cut Shoe and Armor Tail. The head of its main body and the head on its tail is combined. As a result of its evolution, the head of its main body and the head from its tail have become one. Both for a giraffe's brain are connected through thick nerves, increasing its psychic energy, and it can emit psychic waves from the antenna on its head. It always mindful of its surroundings. And while it can detect danger in an instant, there are times when its body cannot react as fast as its two brains can think. The head from its tail is equipped for both offense and defense. The thick, sturdy head from its tail provides good defense for the head of the main body. When the head from its tail closes its mouth, for a giraffe whips his long neck around in an attack that deals brutal physical damage. The force of this attack is said to be able to pulverize stone and crush steel beams. Have you ever seen two giraffes fight? It's freaking crazy. They swing their heads and those little pointy horns that they have could hit, and if they hit the right spot at the back of their skull, they could get instantly knocked out, and it's pretty brutal, especially when they swing their necks over and bash their own necks. God, it's literally a pain in the neck too, because like even if you're beating the other giraffe, that giraffe's gonna end up sore afterwards, and it's really crazy. Yeah, I really love this design, honestly. I think the orange is perfect on it. I like the spikes. I like that the tail is basically like a hoodie, and I like the fact that the mouth could close and it looks like an entirely different Pokemon. And there was like the Space World Gold version where like the original Giraffrig was like two sides that's practically the same but just different color. But I think this is an improvement either way. I don't know why it took Game Freak this long to make a Giraffrig evolution, and I hope that some other Pokemon get evolutions. I feel like all Pokemon should have 3 stages. New ability Cut Shoe. For Giraffe's ability Cut Shoe is a new ability appearing for the first time in these titles. When a Pokemon with the ability eats a berry, it will eat one more time at the end of the next turn, which is kind of a reference to some animals that, you know, eat stuff and then they swallow it and then they throw it back up inside their mouth and they chew it some more and then do it again. It's gross, I know, but they do that. New ability Armored Tail. For a Giraffe's ability Armored Tail is another new ability appearing for the first time in these titles. It makes opposing Pokemon unable to use priority moves. I thought Armored Tail would mean something different, but I guess that works. You know, why not? It's another cool thing that because it's so tall and it has these horns that it really is an antenna, you know, not just the fact that they pointed it out calling it an antenna, but it works in like, I want to use the word electrical, that's not the right word, but you know, like just like a electrical tower, and it fits with the whole psychic theme and it fits with the whole giraffe thing. I think it's just such a great design, honestly. And with this Pokedex, it says he caught 22 Pokemon and battled 38 times, and you see recently caught Pokemon, they had got, can't even tell what that is on the right. What is that? Is that Eevee? He looks like he got knocked the fuck out. I couldn't tell what that was because it looked like a very awkward Tyrogue, like trying to look on the side or something. I wasn't sure. There's Umbreon, so Eevee evolved into Umbreon apparently. Giraffrig, and then like the baby Toxtricity. So just Toxel, I'm forgetting the name. Like I said, Ape Gen, like that's where I start losing my memory. And for a giraffe, of course, they're looking at the page 193, the long neck Pokemon, with habitat details and all that stuff. Normal psychic type. The hardened head from his tail protects the head of the main body, as Farigiraf whips his long neck around to headbutt enemies. 10'6", 352.7 pounds, like I already mentioned. And you can see his motion that it just kind of shakes like that. This is an interesting screenshot, wouldn't you say? If you look at the bottom right, you see some extra Pokemon that also hasn't been confirmed to this day. I will confirm though that some Pokemon has been revealed in leaks, like in Pokédex leaks and all that, so I can be showing those in a little bit. You see that there's like a rock mushroom Pokemon, which looks like straight out of Mario, and I don't know why I feel like they needed to get a rock mushroom Pokemon, but they did, so I have no idea. There's like a parrot with a quaff, so maybe that's our Route 1 bird. I really don't think so, but it's interesting nonetheless. He's like the Chatot, that's why I feel I'm pretty sure it might get an evolution. That's another Pokemon though that needs a pre-evolution or an evolution, being Chatot. But then we got these two white mouses that look like they're hella Hello Kitty's friends or something, but they have two slight differences, which is a bit interesting. And yeah, I don't know. I guess the bird is the closest thing to a Pokemon because these other twos are in different brands, and I'm not sure why. But those are some more Pokemon that hasn't even been mentioned, so I don't know what's going on with the Game Freak. Maybe that was just an oversight. They didn't think that the radar was there because they were just planning to just drive into Artisan over here, which is of course the grass type gym, since we already confirmed that Bracius is the Artisan gym leader and all that, and we can see the Sunfloras. What Pokemon's that? It's a Skiddo. Okay, and we gotta go closer to see it. Rotating shot of the gym, and of course us going inside it and all that. Look at the Sunkern, and the Moon is talking. You're out to earn some gym badges and take on the Pokemon League, aren't you? I'm pretty sure I've already seen this before. And then we say yes, and they're saying Victory Road. Yes, I knew it. I'm so glad I asked you to do it. Did you ask us? This lady just came out of nowhere. Here at the Artisan Gym, that means completing a game of Sunflora hide and seek. And then you see the Violet trainer doing the Sunflora game, and you see this baby Sunflora again, which I love, right next to the Sunflora statue. There's 0 Sunfloras found. This is a much different one than what the other one found, because they had found one. Oh, that's some terrible frame rate right there. Jesus, I just saw that. Maybe it's too much to handle when there's so many of them. But I was gonna say, like, it's different than the other trainer because they found their first Sunflora by like the rings and all that. It says gym test, seek out the Sunflora and Artisan, and you pass with a good old stamp. And now to take on Bracius himself into the gym battle arena, you are challenged by gym leader Bracius, which again I really like. Violet trainer sends out Fido, and Bracius sends out Sudowoodo, which we already know it's not his first Pokemon because he sends out Smoliv. I'm pretty sure Sudowoodo's his main, because why would you Terra type immediately? I mean, I'm sure they're gonna do it at some point in this game, but I don't really think they're gonna do it here. And yeah, truly Wudo, everybody. Fido using Play Rough, and I still really hope that Sudowoodo does evolve via Terra type, because that'd be really cool. But Sudowoodo using Trailblaze, was it already a half health? Yeah, oh my god, yeah, that's almost half. It's crazy. A speed boost after Trailblaze, so that's really interesting. And it looks like Fido's terrestrializing, and the moves that Fido have is Covid Bite, Baby Doll Eyes, and Play Rough, and is doing the Baby Doll Eyes as his move, which is a weird choice. I wonder where Terra Blast is. Like, where's that move? I haven't seen that in the menu screen. But Fido being terrestrialized to a flying type, so now it's Flying Bread. It's about to be turned into Slice Bread if you're not careful. That Sudowoodo could still fuck you up. It still has rock moves, you know. But Sudowoodo uses Trailblaze again. I guess it's not a very smart Sudowoodo, or truly Wudo. Sorry about that. I've been calling it the wrong name. It transitions in a weird way into this like barber shop. This blue-haired kid or gray-haired kid, I'm not sure what that is, steps in. Gets a certain haircuts. I'm not gonna point out all the hairstyles because I feel like it's way too much with the different varieties of hair colors and all that. Now that's a bold new direction for you. I love it. You ready to get started? You can even customize your eye shape and your eye color. Oh, and the eyelashes. Okay, I feel like there's too much time into this barber shop thing, but she's taking a selfie on this Scovel. I forgot the fucking fat squirrel name. Why would you ever take a picture of a Sableye? For those of you that don't know, Sableye's my least favorite Pokemon, so that's why. But you can see like the hide guide, filters, rotate camera, reset camera, point camera, and back. So yeah, selfie mode, and then like emoting you can see, and like different faces and all that, and like flipping the camera too, which is a good thing. Is this trainer pointing at the Grafaiai in the beach? I am assuming this is your own Grafaiai and you could take the pictures, because I know that's not a wild Grafaiai. He does not live anywhere near an ocean, I am assuming. This one with the Paladin Wooper in the snow. I didn't think that the Wooper would like the snow like that. This guy hanging out with Sprigatito, just hanging out by some flowers. Probably not even his. Use this as a shot at a new profile picture. You can say either yes or no. Dude, Sprigatito's eyes is closed, alright? Oh, this is interesting. Adventures record, and it says badge collected. You have 3 badges. Paldea Pokedex, 45, 81 battles, I'm assuming. Shiny Pokemon battle 0. You are not a shiny hunter. Recipes collected. You got 5 though. I guess you're a cook more so. Why isn't your Sprigatito evolved yet if you have 3 gym badges? That makes no sense. That's a bit weird, don't you think? Florian, that's even your real name. For some reason, the person's taking shots at the lighthouse and now to this Meowth place. I never know what it's called. And then there's this person holding, I'm not sure what. I'm assuming it's food, and the Starly's planning to take it. There's these Swablues planning to murder the city, I'm sure. And then these 2 dudes hanging out with their Cyclozars. It's a Titan over here. And then this person at a picnic. I think this is new that we haven't seen before. Yeah, picnics and all your Pokemon. Why is Sableye here? But Grafaiai, and I'm pretty sure I saw Sprigatito and Koraidon. I don't know who else? I might have missed it. Yeah, Grafai. You got Gumi over here getting a bath in the middle of the grass. I'm sure that's not gonna make you dirty in the bottom, but you know, whatever. Oh, and he also has Paladin Whooper, and he's throwing a ball, and Grafai seems to be playing with it. Yeah, don't even give the chance to play with Sableye. Oh, and Koraidon's going for it. You go, Trooper. It says throw ball, crouch, whistle, recall Koraidon, help guide, pack up and go as well. You peeked inside the basket. There's a Pokemon egg inside. Do you want to take it? Now, the first time I was watching this, it confused me because I got really hyped because I'm all like, dude, if there's picnics, you could get random Pokemon eggs. Oh shit, that'd be cool because it's almost like an egg log. You get a random egg. But no, I don't think it's the case anymore. I'm pretty sure picnics are also the same purpose for daycares as well. You could gain experience over time, and if certain Pokemon are compatible or if you leave them together or whatever, they can have an egg together. So it more likely it'll be an egg of Pokemon that you already have, or unless they're Pokemon that, like, you know, Manaphy for example, because Fiona is kind of a different thing. That is if Manaphy's even in the fucking game, but that's just an example that I came up with the top of my head. Imagine if it was random eggs though. I feel like there'd be more incentive to go to picnics more often. I would be going to picnic every fucking Saturday. No, fuck that. Every weekday if I could get a random egg. That'd be really cool. But besides that, this is a very highlighted feature that I noticed. Them making a sandwich. See, the thing about me is I'm a picky eater and I really don't give two shits about sandwiches. I know I'm not a Subway person. I'm sorry. But yeah, they put extra lettuce and tomatoes and cherry tomatoes. You fucking dropped the tomatoes, sir. I don't pretend I didn't notice that. Cucumbers. He fucking dropped the cucumber, dude. Then he put the Subway bread on top of that. Don't mistake that for your Fido, sir. And then it says finish it off with the pick, and it's a Eevee pick. I haven't been paying that much attention to know if there's different picks or if they're always Eevee picks, but all of them are eating with their eyes closed except for Sableye because you're a punk ass little. Okay, I'll calm down. But dude, what the fuck? I thought that wait, that Whooper was a Paladin Whooper before, right? Like, why is it a regular Whooper? Am I tripping? Like, what the? I swear it was a Paladin Whooper. Now hang on, I'm gonna figure this out. Yeah, it's a Paladin Whooper. Why is it a regular Whooper now? What the fuck? I did not notice that before. I don't know if anybody has. I find that really funny, to be honest. But everybody seemed to enjoy that sandwich. I kind of wonder what's the thing about, like, the reaction to a bad sandwich. I really hope it's something pertained to, like, Hey You Pikachu, or Pikachu farts into space or something. That'd be great. Hey, Tasty Florian Original, 3 stars. Then it's average, isn't it? Like, isn't that what 3 stars is? Because I assume it's out of 5 stars. And it says on the bottom, or the top, catching power fairy, encounter power grass, raid power ground. No idea what that means, because, like, I don't know, it doesn't totally make sense. I assume is Terra type related. Like, the raid power makes more sense to me, but the catching power, I don't know. Like, is critical capture still a thing? I assume there is. Encounter power, no idea. Maybe the more likelihood you'll find grass types or something of Terra types. And of course, he's doing a selfie with all his Pokemon, and apparently it is a regular Whooper. They just forgot about the Paladin form, or maybe he took a shower and he ended up being blue because he was so fucking dirty or something. All the Scarlet and Violet trainers are meeting with the tower in the background, and all the Koraidon and Miraidons are meeting with another tower in their background, so it's a bit interesting. And the Chansey they're going up against, I can recognize that fucking ball with hair anywhere. Florian, Owie, I don't know how to say that name, but the Frigiraf and Florian, for fuck's sake with that Sableye. Like, get better taste, dude. But link code 4138 with 2 hours and 24 playtime? How the fuck did you manage to evolve your Pokemon within 2 hours with Frigiraf? I guess if it is just trade and level up once, then I guess that's it. Objective, defeat the Terra Pokemon within the time limit. Juliana with the Drifblim and Haruto with the Wigglytuff. And other inside here, Terra raid battles. It's almost a perfect team. If only you don't have this fucking Sableye. So Ghost type Chansey, that's pretty good, I think, because, you know, it's weak to fighting types. It's not a fairy type, so it's a pretty valid type for a Terra type to have for a Chansey. So this Pokemon has Shadow Claw, Fake Out, Knockoff, and Shadow Sneak. Sableye's punk ass is a female Sableye, level 30. Using Shadow Claw, super effective on this Chansey because it is Ghost type. Chansey using Defense Scroll, Dripblim using Shadow Ball. Frigiraf using Side Beam, and Wigglytuff using Play Rough. They're all kind of going in their own order, which is a bit fascinating. So it's almost real time, but at the same time, not exactly. Maybe it is turn-based, but whoever presses it first goes first instead of speed-based stuff. I do think that speed is still a thing, though. I just don't get when they're moving at the same time. Or maybe it just looks that way because it's almost immediate because they don't want to take too long in these battles. And Sableye's bitch ass died, I'm not surprised. But Chansey's health is almost halfway down. Like imagine if it has soft boiled. But Drifblim is dead. Oh my god, this Chansey is killing everything. Did you send out another fucking Sableye, dude? What the hell? And now it's cheering. It says go all out. I don't know if you realize this, Chief, but Sableye fucking died. You pepped up all your allies with the cheer of good all out or go all out. I can't read. So now their attack is raised up, I think, and special attack. Oh, that's pretty good. And now this other person's cheering. You pepped all of your allies with the cheer of hang tough. And that's the Wiggly trainer. Is it Haruto? Yeah. And then defense and special defense. So I guess they're just looking at all the cheers. I was kind of finding it weird that they're all cheering, but you pep up all your allies, cheer up, heal up. And I guess that naturally heals them? That's a bit weird. And now if Regirev is ghost type and Sableye fucking died again. Fucking, why? What? No, I know he died. Why the hell are they just trying to excuse the fact that he's still alive? He had like 3 fucking chances now. But they broke Chansey's crystal thing. Oh, I like the great ball. And you have premier ball and all that. Okay. And this person has a heal ball for some reason. Is that the one with the Sableye? I don't know. But they're catching it. They're throwing the ball at the same time. I'm sure that it has his own, like, you know, in your own server that you're catching this Chansey and this other person shares the same Chansey, but you know, you're just gonna pretend like, oh no, I caught it, you didn't catch it, you just helped. But in their world, oh no, I caught it, you just helped, or whatever. But all of them running, you know, that guy in the tower in the background, Crystal and all that, this lady is summoning the storm. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. That guy talking to Sprigatito, that Violet trainer with Quaxley, I don't know what the hell she's doing. It looks like she's by a fountain, I think. Sunflora really craving that fucking candy bar she sees in that vending machine, and that person shivering in the cold. I don't know, she's not on a fountain, that's Koraidon. Okay, it's because I paused it in a weird spot. But Cloth is jumping out in front of that trainer. The footage is moving a lot faster now because we're getting to the end, but Cloth jumps out. Tower in the background in front of Haruto. The car gets summoned from Team Star. This Violet trainer looking surprised outside Team Star's bases, one other bases that is. Truly Wudo getting summoned. This Violet trainer posing. I think they all been posing. I don't know why, I just barely noticed this. Gumi being taken care of in picnics. I don't know why they're just getting attention on Gumi getting taken care of, but alright. This person always making weird faces. This is probably the weird guy, Florian, that owns the fucking Sableye. Fucking weirdo. And then the gyms and buildings getting introduced in the mountains with certain angles, and this other footage that we've seen with all the starter Pokemon, and the professors, and her, and him, and her, and Koraidon. That looks different. And look at this Miraidon one. Oh man. The trainer's running through. Now the Violet trainer looking around at this land. He's like, oh wow. Scarlet and Violet, November 18th, 2022. I finally finished with this 14-minute trailer. I wonder how much I gotta reduce it down from, but yeah. Alright, that's not the only thing I'm gonna introduce, because I was gonna introduce the majority of the trailers. This next trailer is a bit interesting. It's this person that we never met before. It is a streamer, and it is subtitled, and she is speaking Japanese, I believe, but I'll be talking in English, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Your eyeballs are mine, caught in my electro web. Who's a what's it? Iona. Hello, hola, ciao, and bonjour. It's time for the Iona Zone. And that's her logo right there, I think. Me, I am Iona. I kick it out of the Vicinia gym leaders in the Paldea region. I really hope that's how you say that. But I'm also a streamer and an influencer bringing the dreams to the masses. Thanks for coming to check out my stream. We're live worldwide again today, ladies and gents. Wowee, it's all kind of sunny here in Paldea. What a day. Makes you want to go on a picnic with your Pokepaws, right? But I'm a bit of a celeb, you know? So I can't always take such liberation liberties. I don't know if that was translated right in Japanese, but whatever. Ice. I don't know if I said that right either. But enough about the woes of the famous. I come up with a super rad game. Want to know what it is? I'll tell you. It's called Who's Iona's Partner? I wanna know, yay. Today's participants will be all you ladies and gentlemen's watching. Yeah, you. The rules are easy peasy. I'm gonna describe my partner Pokeball to you. That's a fucking Pikachu, by the way. And you gotta guess what Pokemon it is. It's a fucking Pikachu. Come on, Iona Zone viewers, hit me with some questions. Alrighty then, let's get this party started. Let me see here. What's it feel like? Squishy? Squishy squishy. Is it Magnemite? Bzz. Nope, those things on my head are fancy schmancy hair clips. Cute, right? Is it fast or slow? People think it's a little sluggish with the easygoing vibe. What's it look like? Let's see. It got two big old bumps on his noggin that people always mistake for eyes. What type is it? Electric, of course. I'm an electric type gym leader after all. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Its body expands and contracts to generate electricity in its belly. And best of all, it's so cute. But it's my partner, so that's a given, eh? Alrighty then, no more hints. Time to guess. Who's my partner, PokePal? Prepare yourselves for the big reveal. Yeah. Next time, be sure to comment with your guess and hype my stream through the roof. Leave your guess in the comments before my next stream. If this stream was shocking for you, go smash the subscribe button and ring that bell. She didn't say that. Your eyeballs are mine, caught in my electroweb. The supercharged streamer, who's it, what's it, signing off. See ya. And then she gets her little outro thing. I really like this. I'm not gonna lie. I like the introduction video, but I extremely misunderstood it because, even though I said the Pikachu was there on the screen, I'm like, oh, it's a Pikachu. It's obviously a Pikachu. That's how I was when I first viewed it. I didn't know she meant a Pokemon that's new to her or whatever. I wish it was explained with more clarity. Maybe it's obvious to other people, but then she started talking on and says, oh, well, a lot of people thinks his eyes. I'm like, okay, maybe she's just talking about her Magnemites, that's on her head. Because I thought they were clearly Magnemites. I've been like, that's kind of cool that the new Wiglet is those Magnemites. I just don't know if I agree with the whole hair clips thing, because they're Magnemites from magnets. How this Pokemon gets created from hair clips, but I'm sure there's weirder. Why not? So yeah, I was a bit off. I didn't really think in my head what Pokemon it could be. I just was waiting for her to introduce the Magnemites. But we get the introduction right here and right now in this next trailer. Also gotta get translated by me. So here we go. So of course the loading screen pops up. Ladies and gentlemen, Iona's own faithful. Hello, hola, ciao and bonjour. Your eyeballs are mine, caught in my electroweb. Who's it, what's it? Iona. We're live worldwide with another one of my awesome streams. And then the logo again. Iona, if you remember from last time, but I really want to go for a picnic with my PokePals. So I went and bought me some sandwich ingredients. No idea when I'm gonna get to go though. Anywho, today's the day you all have been waiting for. Time for the answer of my favorite game. Who's Iona's partner? Iona. Here we go. Thanks for all your comments, friendos. Looks like people joining in from all over the world. Oh, the happiness. Yeah. Glad to make this a two-parter. My views are up like a super fast Electros crawling out of the ocean. Let's take a look at all those comments. Newbies, Trainer01 asks, is it a Pikachu? Yeah, I thought so. Nope, not squishy enough, me thinks. Hey, Pikachu's fucking thick as hell, alright? But you got the type right, electric. Krogunk for life asks, could it be Krogunk? Ooh, close. It might look sorta like a Krogunk. Bro, she said electric type. How the fuck did you come up with Krogunk? He just wanted to say it because it's part of his username and his favorite Pokemon, huh? Oh, it's a magnet holder. Hey, one of my old regulars. Let's see. Wow, you got it right, friendo. Wait. Not yet. We can't spill the beans so fast. That'd be a waste of perfectly good airtime. Ahem. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Open those eyes wide like Magnemite. A big reveal. Ah! Ow. Don't scare me like that. Popping up all of a sudden like, Upsy Daisy. It's the cutest, the reliable-est. It's Bellybolt. What do you think? Did you guess right? Let's go over my rad hints one more time. Time for screen caps, everybody. Save the scene for your brain spaces forever. So first of all, it's squishy. All these things that look like eyes are just little bumps. This is his face right here. Oh, the cuteness. It can expand and contract to generate electricity in his belly. People think it's a little sluggish, but it can go fast when it wants, like it did a second ago. And so, the correct answer was Bellybolt! Yay! A piece of breeze cake for my loyal fans, I'm sure. Oh yeah, I saw a bunch of comments asking me to talk a bit about myself. You wanna know all about little me, eh? Well, of course you do. I'm a lean, mean, streaming queen. Oh, and I bet that means my popularity and subscriber count are still on the up and upwards. Well then, let me introduce myself real quick. I'm Iona. I'm an influencer bringing dreams to the masses. I also kick it as the electric type gym leader of the Paldean region Levencia Gym. That means gym challengers get to face against me and Bellybolt. And you there, yeah, you. Be sure to give me a battle to electrify my fans. If this stream was shocking for you, then come challenge me at ye old Levencia Gym in Paldea. I'm always up to collab. Until next time, your eyeballs are mine, caught in my electric web. The supercharged streamer. Who's it, what's it? Iona, signing off. See ya. So yeah, and then that's the outro for that. It's a very interesting way to introduce the Pokemon. I would never have guessed it in a million years, because maybe it's just me. Maybe it wasn't clear enough, like I mentioned. But Bellibolt, let's go over Bellibolt right quick. I feel like Bellibolt has a pre-evolution, because it very much feels like a second stage. But here we go, Bellibolt. I somewhat like the design. Like, people say it's an avocado frog. I only see the frog portion, obviously, like an electric generator, squishy type of, almost like, I almost feel like there's a real thing that's like a ball almost that kind of generates energy or something like that. I don't know why I think that, but either way, Bellibolt's any Pokemon you can meet in the Paldea region. That's as far as it says in that description. But category, the Ellie Frog Pokemon, electric type, 3'11", 249.1 pounds, with electromorphosis and static as his ability. Its belly button dynamo produces a huge amount of electricity. Bellibolt expands and contracts his elastic body to generate electricity in an organ that looks like a belly button. The huge amount of electricity generated away is then discharged from the two bumps on either side of his head and resembles eyeballs. His actual eyes are adorably small and round, so when it tries to be intimidating, it puts the eyes like bumps to good use. Easygoing by nature, it doesn't notice an opponent until attacked. It is difficult to train Bellibolt to initiate a battle without it being attacked first. After the sun sets, you can hear strange noises coming from Bellibolt's habitat. This noise is not Bellibolt's cries, but a sound emanating from their stomachs. It is known that this sound signals that they are hungry. And it's kind of interesting too, because you would think that a lot of frogs, you know, when they're making a lot of those sounds, that it's from their voice box or from their mouth or anything like that. But mostly not. It's like usually from their cheeks or their stomach, you know, when they're croaking, it's like, you know, I didn't really produce that sound well enough, but you know what I mean. Whenever the frog kind of croaks to himself, it's always the cheeks and the stomach making that sound, not producing from the mouth. Because there is different frogs that has certain chirps and it doesn't sound like what you expect. I'm sure you've seen that video where that frog kind of squeaks rather than croaks. That's what it actually sounds like when he's using his voice box. New ability, Electromorphosis. Bellibolt's ability, Electromorphosis, is a new ability appearing for the first time in these titles. Bellibolt becomes charged when hit by an attack, boosting the power of the next electric type move it uses, which is basically like a charge, and I don't know if it means if it's just exclusively physical attacks or if it's both physically and special attacks. So I don't know. It's a very interesting Pokemon. I don't know if I'm going to use this thing. I don't mind if I do use this thing, but there you go. That is Bellibolt. This next trailer is just Iona and Bellibolt's gameplay, so you see her in-game. It's time for the Iona zone, everybody. I'm starting to think it's just Iono, so I mean, I'm just still gonna call her Iona, even though there's no A in her name. Your eyeballs are mine, caught in my electro web. Who was it? Was it Iono? I might as well give it a shot. Electric type gym leader, Iono. Fine, I'll say it right this time. Shoot. Give me a battle to electrify all my viewer pals. And it's what you expect. This her sending out Bellibolt, and your first is seeing a Kamala? Yeah. Bellibolt charging with this electric attack, and then the Magnemite's popping out, and then Bellibolt in the habitat by the marsh area, talking to another Bellibolt. I swear this looks like a Kirby character to me. I mean, it still fits Pokemon and everything, but like, he looks like that chef from Kirby. That's probably why I think that. Bellibolt type electric, a new Pokemon discovered in the Paldea region. It's attacking this Krogunk. I don't know why. That looked like Mud Bomb, I think. Is that what that move was? Yeah, this Mud Bomb. And it's attacking a Vigoroth. Did I ever confirm Krogunk in the game? I think I hadn't. So yeah, Toxicroak's confirmed in the game. He was attacking a Staraptor, and now he was getting washed, and now he's sleeping. Really interesting. It's a bit creepy, like imagine people that doesn't know that his eyes are in the center and they think it's the side, so it sleeps with his eyes open. That'd be creepy as hell. Yet again, Terror type, Flying type Pikachu for you to get, and that's the end of the trailer. So I'm almost fully caught up. I just don't know how realistically if I could put this all together or not. So there was an interesting video on Twitter when it comes to Pokemon introducing this next trailer. Pretty much it says, am I recording? Okay, good. And then it goes switch over and it looks that there's rumblings in the bush, and then there's something behind the tree, and it turns out she was like, what's that? No, it's not. It's not. Are they really ghost type Poke? And then they see the Gengar who was behind the tree and then turned the corner and spooked this person. It was this lady, cameraman, this camera woman. I don't know how she didn't notice a purple ghost behind a tree, but you know, that's fine. But besides besides that, there's this. Okay, I'm here on behalf of Naranja's Academy Ghost Type Pokemon Club, and it says in the bottom, not actual gameplay footage. As she continues this plays in the dark, which in the last footage it was clearly in the daytime, so I don't even know why she thought it was a better idea to go out here worst time when the full moon's out. She says, on assignment to find Ghost Type Pokemon. Saw a couple here earlier, let's see if they're still around. No shit, deep breaths, I can do this. Oh, it's just Mimikyu. What the fuck you mean it's just Mimikyu? That Mimikyu could fuck you up, dude. And I'm pretty sure Mimikyu was spotted earlier in the last video I showed. Phew, okay, keep it together. Oh, that's that Gengar. Come on, I know I saw something else here earlier. There it is. That doesn't look like it's just a candle. I know I gasped when I said scream, but oh well. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Hello, look at you. You seem friendly. Who's a good Pokemon? You are. Okay, she didn't say that, but wanna play? Huh? Oof, am I really this out of shape? Okay, here we go. Wow, searching for ghost types really sucks the life out of you. Okay, just one more time. Ugh. And then she collapses because this Greavard is what this Pokemon's called. Completely drained the life of this person. I don't know if she's dead or if she's just knocked out, but yeah, that's a problem for a trainer that's gonna catch it. I mean, how are you even gonna do anything really? Either way, let's go introduce Greavard right quick. Greavard, it has powerful jaws that can shatter bones. A single bite from Greavard can be grievous. The ghost type Pokemon, it's only ghost type, 2 feet tall, 72.2 pounds with the pickup ability. It lurks underground and jumps out while making eerie cries. Normally Greavard barely moves, resting peacefully underground. It pokes the topmost part of its head above ground and lights an eerie glow at its tip. Waits for someone to approach when a person draws near. Greavard jumps out of the ground while letting out a spooky cry that would startle most unsuspecting people. However, it doesn't appear to do this with ill intent. It's friendly and easily gets lonely, but make sure not to play with it too much. Greavard has such a friendly and affectionate personality that paying it even the slightest bit of attention will make it so overjoyed that it will follow you wherever you go. All of the Pokemon residing in the Paldea region, it is known to be especially easy to befriend. However, Greavard will slowly inadvertently absorb the life force of those around it, so it's best not to play with it too much. And that is it for Greavard. Pretty interesting Pokemon. I was trying to see what name it would be called before the name was announced, because obviously in the trailer it didn't introduce a name. Like, I'm the one that introduced it to you guys, you know, if you haven't seen it already. But Greavard is a pun because like back then, besides like the high class people, like royalty people that getting straight up waxed when it comes to candles, like everybody else that has to buy candles doesn't usually have normal wax. Like they use animal fat or like basically animal parts to have this weird knockoff wax to put together. So it's kind of pretty interesting when it's that. But now wax is more common for normal candles usage nowadays. Like if you get a candle now, it's more likely just made out of wax or whatever. So like where the animal fat was used for nowadays is literally used for dog food, which is like, you know, different names for it, but one of them is Grieve and is used for dog food. It's some pun which works perfectly fine with this type of dog, and especially that there is Spain related aspects with certain dog species that looks just like this thing. So I think it's a really good fit. I'm not really so much of a dog person. You know, a lot of people do say that this thing is cute. I'm in the other side of the spectrum. It's not that I think it's ugly, it's just I don't really get why people think it's cute, but that's just my opinion. You know, that's just a me thing being a cat person, I suppose. But besides the fact, let's go on to the next trailer. What this one is just introducing Greavard Pokemon. I don't know why I say Pokemon at the end, but meet Greavard, the ghost dog Pokemon, with Haunter and Ghastly and Mimikyu all hanging out, and Gengar as well in the picnic for some reason. I don't know if Sableye was there. I don't think he was. But then like the candles off the ground, Scarlet Trainer notices, and then Greavard pops out. New Pokemon discovered in the Paldea region, Greavard, ghost type Pokemon, which I was for certain thinking it's gonna be like ghost normal type, but the Scarlet Trainer is like saying hi to it and fighting with it. And you see the Violet Trainer even using it to fight this Misdreavus. Now there's multiple candles underneath the ground making a circle, and that's pretty much the end of the trailer. Yeah, so I wouldn't even be playing with the Greavard, I think. I mean, like, I could understand if people find it cute because their personality is playful, but from a look standpoint, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not the only one too. Like, I remember I was a part of a stream when this video came out, and I saw the reaction. They're like, I don't think this is cute, and then other dog people are like, oh, it's so cute. food. So this next trailer, I don't know if this is the very first one, but there's some Litleos and Pyroars, Liking Rocks, and I think that was Venonat in the side, but it's right by these castle walls, and it zooms in at this treasure chest, and this Pokemon pops out. New Pokemon discovered in the Paldea region, Gimmighoul, ghost form, type ghost. It's a bit of an interesting story with this Pokemon because, like, I'm pretty sure the leakers introduced this Pokemon first and said it's a small Pokemon that takes coins and it's silver and all that stuff, and people were drawing it, and I think like literally either within hours or the next day this video came up. But this Gimmighoul's taking out this Sable, like, oh man, I like this Pokemon already, but the Violet trainer's right there with this very slow ass Shadow Ball. Was that even Shadow Ball? But it's now attacking the Meow, doing some more cheers with all these coins it has. So that's not the only thing. Now you see this without the chest. What's that about? Gimmighoul roaming form. So there's two different forms. There's the chest form and the roaming form. Of course with the Terra type Pikachu, like, god damn it, keeps showing us that. And yeah, that's the end of the trailer. So let's go talk about Gimmighoul then. It's a bit interesting that the Pokemon website introduced Gimmighoul with the chest form first, because I checked throughout the website and this is all I could find. So I'm gonna go click on the chest form because I'm pretty sure they'll both be here. Gimmighoul chest form. Introducing a newly discovered Pokemon, Gimmighoul chest form. Coin chest Pokemon, ghost type, 1 foot tall, 11 pounds, with the ability Rattle. It hides inside a treasure chest and moves slowly. These Gimmighoul hide inside sturdy treasure chests. While this provides them with a solid defense, the treasure chest weight causes Gimmighoul to move slowly, making travel difficult. It is not uncommon for chest form Gimmighoul to be taken for an antique, taken home, or sold to an antique store. Gimmighoul controls people and Pokemon, making them collect coins. When Gimmighoul senses a person or Pokemon draws near, it ambushes them. It then uses ghost energy to control its target, forcing them to collect coins. Because it often hides in warehouses, shop corners, and other places people and Pokemon don't frequent, it tends to keep persistent control of those it does manage to encounter. Ah, here's the roaming form right here. I'm pretty sure it's just the same with the description, introducing a newly discovered Pokemon, Gimmighoul roaming form. But the Gimmighoul's roaming form, it seems that Gimmighoul has a second form called roaming form Gimmighoul. This kind of Gimmighoul doesn't hide in a treasure chest. It's small, carries a single coin on its back, and can be found hiding all over Paldea. However, since they run away as soon as a person approaches, it seems not a single trainer in Paldea has ever managed to catch one. Surprisingly, roaming form Gimmighoul has been spotted in the world of Pokemon Go as well. It appears that Mr. Jock, an expert on the biology of Pokemon in the Paldea region, and Professor Willow, who has been carrying out a research alongside trainers in the world of Pokemon Go, has joined forces to devise a way to catch them. Please wait for future announcements to hear all about the research results. And it's kind of weird that it says that because it's already out, so let's go to it then. And I honestly think this is going to be the last trailer for today, so like my recording is almost basically at an hour and a half, and I don't know what's going to be the end result of this video. But Professor Willow is making a call. It says Scarlet and Violet and Pokemon Go, and then these two are talking. It's not subtitled, or there's no subtitles available either, but they basically talk about the same thing. They're wondering about Gimmighoul, whether the differences are, and then they basically establish that one's a chest form and the other one's a roaming form. Professor Willow came up with the name roaming form. But Jock was mentioning that nobody has ever caught one, but Professor Willow says that whenever they find a coin is when the roaming form Gimmighoul approaches them. So it was interesting that there's a different method on doing it. So it kind of gives us a clue of what to do if we see it in Scarlet and Violet in order to catch it, since nobody in Paldea ever caught a Gimmighoul. And I'm pretty sure that in the Scarlet and Violet anime, there's definitely going to be an episode dedicated to Gimmighoul and them trying to catch it and shit like that. There's going to be people in that village or city or whatever talking about, oh, nobody has ever caught this thing and it's a nuisance, it keeps taking our coins and shit like that. But besides all that we have already discussed before, then Professor Jock is the one saying about this story, and it begins right here, so I'll read the subtitles. Here's an old strange tale involving a mysterious coin. Once upon a time, a young girl was out on a walk when she picked up a coin. Clink, there's another, said the girl. Wait, what's that? When the mysterious being noticed this girl, it fled through a nearby door. The girl hurriedly chased after and came upon a treasure chest, but the mysterious being lurked nearby, staring intently at the girl. The treasure chest opened quietly, but whatever was inside met the girl's gaze. The girl put a coin into the treasure chest. 1. She picked up another coin and put it into the chest. 2. Once again, she picked up a coin and put it into the chest. 3. Eventually, the chest came to be full of coins. 997, 998, 999. That greedy asshole. Look at him. Look at him. Huh? What am I doing with all these coins? The girl wondered. Now who or what had been so intent on gathering them? And yeah, that's basically the story of that. And then Willow and Jock kind of talks about the story, and I think it's around here where they talk about the names of it to, you know, officially say what forms they are and all that. So maybe this video was meant to be first, but I saw the other one first because there's like the UK version uploaded before, and I think the American version was after this, so I don't know. It came out in a weird order. I just did what it came out first and what I saw first. It only makes sense. Either way, with design wise, you know, obviously it does look like the Reddit thing, like everybody's been saying that, but like besides that, like there's the golden coins for his eyes. You know, a lot of characters see money and they get greedy and all that, and like there's certain symbols that kind of look like it that's pertain to ghost related stuff, or just, I don't want to use the word sorcery, but like, you know, just the dead, you know, the afterlife and all that, you know. And sometimes when people died, they put gold coins on their eyes, you know, to close them and to pay respects and all that. Plus the item finder, the like the little 2 wands that people use to find stuff that's underground, like whether there's water or certain minerals or gold even, like that's on top of his head. So maybe the roaming form, you know, looks for gold that way and it points to a certain direction. And obviously for the chest form, like, you know, a lot of people have been saying it's a mimic, but I don't think it's all the way a mimic. It's partially a mimic, only because like when I think of a mimic, it's like a treasure chest that pretends to be a treasure chest and it turns out to be a trap and then it tries to eat you. But in this case, it is a treasure chest because you do put gold in it, but it's a ghost Pokemon, you know, keeping it. It's almost like you put food into this one thing that you think is putting away the food, but it turns out you're feeding this animal instead. But either way, that's the end of that trailer. Like, I don't remember what Jock and Professor Willow was talking about, but that's it. And the research on Pokemon continues, it says. Scarlet and Violet plus Pokemon Go. There's going to be a collaboration. It's a lot similar to Melmetal and Melton, so I'm not sure how he would react to a Melton being next to him, because like, you know, it has a gold bolt on his head. But that's pretty much it for this video. So if you like this video, don't forget to press that like button. I'm really sorry if it's, because I know for a fact it's over an hour. I just don't know how much I could break it down. I try to put as much as I could because there's that big 14-minute trailer and there's a lot of these other smaller trailers, but I hope you really like it. The next video of Scarlet and Violet will definitely be the last one, unless there's like a trailer right before the day it comes out, and yeah, it's gonna make me pull my hair out if they do that. But we're gonna see you next time. So White Tigers and Dragons, see you, and you've been Scarlet by the Night. I'm out.